In homes across the country, an all-too familiar dilemma continues to rage.
I just can't bear the thought of moving.
It's just too small.
Maybe I get my way this time.
We need to move. Otherwise, I'll go mad.
But worry not. Help is on the way.
As the reigning champion, I'm determined to hang on to my crown.
You ready, Phil?
Bring it on.
All the kitchen should be back in there.
Oh, my goodness me. It's no secret that I believe that moving home is often the best answer.
Look at the view.
Whereas I think that with hard work
Wow.
and creative flair,
You could already be living in your dream home.
So while Kirstie's working her magic inside,
Blimey, O'Reilly.
I'm on a mission.
To prove your perfect home is just a move away. That can go.
Shall we go down and do the deal?
But when the dust has settled,
And harmony is restored.
who will emerge victorious?
This week, it's 2 against Mum.
You talking loudly?
Unbelievable.
to do up their 4-bed semi, they'll have to spend more than a penny.
Whoa, okie doke. Yes, I wouldn't want to have anyone use that loo either.
Why make do when you can move on, I say?
In all my years of house hunting, I'm not sure if I've ever seen a garden quite like this.
Oh, my word!
Wow.
But they undertake a breathtaking build.
Blimey, O'Reilly.
That come decision day,
Are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
Brings tears to our eyes.
Sorry.
We'll probably all lose it.
Sorry.
Right.
If you could choose a decade to have been born in, what would it have been?
Well, the problem is, Phil, I always come back to the same issue. Teeth.
What's it got to do with teeth?
Because however romantic it might have been, I can't think that I wanted to live in an age where they didn't have good dentistry.
Yes, Pip, beautiful, beaming smile can brighten up even the darkest of days.
you should try it more often then, Kirstles. We're merrily bantering our way to the Wiltshire market town of Chippenham
Oh, where you going?
to meet local lad Tim, his wife Sonia, and their 16-year-old daughter Ella. And last but not least, Artie.
We'll start with the really easy questions.
What's your name and where'd you come from?
Hi, Stella. My name's Sonia. Good girl, Artie.
Tim works as a project manager. Sonia's in IT, and Ella is studying for her A-levels.
The family have lived in this 4-bed semi for the last 8 years. But now their home is causing conflict.
I want to love this house. I don't like moving. I've made that decision, and I just feel with what Kirstie's going to bring to it, we're going to make this a wow house, and we will be happy and we will stay.
I want to list it. Phil will find us a house, countryside, on our doorstep that we can walk out the back door and away we go.
Tim grew up in this house, and a family crisis brought him home.
Roughly 8 years ago, we decided to move in with my mum, who'd recently been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, so that we could live and care for her in this house.
Peggy passed away in 2022.
As a family, we struggled. Seeing someone deteriorate has definitely not been easy for any of us, and definitely not for Ella.
Living here with my nan and coming home and not knowing what to expect definitely challenged me with the whole living situation. I do like the house, it's just the memories associated with the house that makes it a negative place.
I'm just going to get a glass of wine and then I'm going to go sit in the lounge.
Okay.
Whilst the memories with Peggy were quite hard, sorry. My memories also go back to when Ella was a baby. So Peggy would look after her from when she was very, very small and care for her. And Ella loved it. And I remember her being in the kitchen and she'd be sitting there painting or helping Peggy cook. And that's a really precious memory for me.
The family need a fresh start. For Sonia, that means renovate.
For Tim, it means relocate, as the house doesn't meet their needs as a family.
I do the bulk of the cooking, and the kitchen is old. It's still set in the 1980s. The layout doesn't work. The fact that it's away from where we're sitting now in the lounge, if we've got friends over, they're sitting in here. Sonia's more than happy to sit and entertain, and I'm out of the conversation.
Sonia and Tim love to entertain, and whether they love it or list it, getting Tim into the heart of the party is a top priority.
It's easy to see why Tim's missing out. The living area to the front of the house is cut off from the kitchen at the rear. There's no easy flow, with the dining table blocking movement between the two rooms. Upstairs, there's 3 double bedrooms, 1 single and 2 bathrooms. At the rear, there's a UPVC lean-to currently used as a utility room.
There's a lot of potential in this property, but as my husband keeps telling me, I have champagne ideas on a lager budget.
Put the bubbly on ice. I'll find them a sparkling new home.
Is it nice?
Well, it's a bit chilly, Phil.
Well, it's a bit foggy as well.
Oh, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
It's really chilly. Don't stand outside. Let's just go in straight.
Who wants to love? Who wants to list?
I'm Team List It.
I'm Team Love It.
Give us the background.
So this is actually my family home from when I grew up. So my mum and dad moved in 1966, so I grew up here.
50-odd years have passed.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
About 8 years ago, my mum was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and we, as a family, decided to move in to live and care for her. Unfortunately, Mum passed away last September. We've got to the point where we've sort of...
What's the next step?
Yeah.
I think it's a different situation to what we're normally faced with, because we haven't... Neither of you have said the house doesn't do this, the house doesn't do that. It's more about an emotional journey that everyone's been through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tim,
I can list some of those. It doesn't do that, it doesn't do that. But it's a nice estate, but we are overlooked and surrounded by other houses. So one of my wishes is to find somewhere a bit more remote, back into the countryside, detached, separation from the neighbours.
Okie doke.
So our utility room is out of the back door, and it's this little plasticky UPVC thing. It's not very nice at all. And I do want a separate utility room. It needs to be in a different part.
Preaching to the choir. A little bird tells me, Sonia, you have a problem with your downstairs loo.
Yes, I do. It's horrendous. The plaster's coming off of the wall.
Right.
It is damp.
Yep.
It's just not very nice. And when we are entertaining, I don't always want people coming through the house and using upstairs. I would prefer them to be downstairs using the toilet, but that can't happen in the state that it's in at the moment.
What have we got to spend on this house?
So we've got a total budget of 120,000. We don't know how far that will go in terms of construction.
Yeah.
Because I'm also keen, if we are going to make this house a love it environment, then I want a nice range-style cooker, all of the...
Adam needs a new super silent washing machine. Yep.
Yeah.
Bar.
And we've thought about some sort of custom joinery to, again, make this a wow factor in entertaining space.
Yeah.
It sounds like a fun house.
Yeah.
Can we come round a bit more often? What are you doing at the weekend?
Or put a cork in it, Pip. We've no time to party. There's work to be done.
Right, what have we got up here?
Upstairs, there's half-done DIY everywhere.
The size up here is fine, it's good. Room to good proportions, just needs a bit of a lift.
key to making this house work will be opening up the kitchen and living areas.
The focus really has to be on the back of the house, making this a really fantastic, entertaining, eat-in space. Just all needs pulling out, like, gone, basically. Boom, boom. Get rid of, like, build the kitchen out and just have it opening up into the garden. I see what he means about it being overlooked.
I can create a better layout, but I can't vanquish the neighbouring houses.
Yes, only I can give Tim the countryside on his doorstep that he wants. And with a listed budget of £600,000, I'm sure I can find a rural idyll to give the family a fresh start.
But if they move, they'll have to pay over 15 grand in stamp duty and over 7 in moving and legal costs.
Whoa, oh blimey, okie doke. Yes, I wouldn't want to have anyone use that loo either. It's absolutely freezing, tiny and miserable. OK, yeah, there is a lot to do. There is a lot to do.
The garage is currently a storage space, which I'm sure can be put to better use. My Love It budget is a healthy £120,000, but for Tim and Ella to look to the future with positivity, I'll need to make this house work for the whole family.
I'm going to make this house look absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
But if you can find the right thing for the budget...
You think they'll go? It's the next chapter of their life and they want to be excited about it. Whether it's excited here, whether it's excited somewhere else, they need to draw a line under what's happened and reinvigorate themselves. I get it.
Yeah.
Sonia, when it comes to the search, what's it going to take?
I don't want to have to go for a renovation. It does have to be within walking distance to a pub, but it needs to be a dog-friendly pub.
All good dog walks end in a pub.
They do.
Schools or work, commutes and things?
I've just recently moved a job that is 10 minutes down the road.
Okay.
So I don't really want to go back to a journey of 45 minutes to an hour, which is what I had before.
I want to find you somewhere that's going to offer you a new chapter. It's going to be exciting, it's going to be invigorating. Got a good amount of budget, I know what I'm looking for. I'm up for it.
You've got no chance.
Interesting little conundrum we've got here. This is so much more about emotions than practicalities. That the house is big enough. It needs a bit of a sort out and a bit of TLC. But emotionally...
Well, it's all very well for you to say that, Phil, but when walls have been knocked down and builders have been employed, it will become about the practicalities. So you go and find an emotionally perfect house and I'll deal with the practicalities.
Okay, you're very good at that.
I want to love this house with what Kirstie's going to bring to it. We're going to make this a wow house and it's going to be perfect.
Phil will find us a house, countryside, on our doorstep that we can walk out the back door and away we go.
In the leafy streets of Chippenham in Wiltshire, Tim, Sonia and their daughter Ella are a family divided.
Sorry, I'm on your way.
For 8 years, they lived with and cared for Tim's mum, Peggy, as she battled Alzheimer's. Peggy passed away in 2022.
I do like the house. It's just the memories associated with it that makes it a negative place.
The family do need to move on, emotionally, and to do that, they have a Love It budget of £120,000. Tim and Sonia are big-time party people, and it's my job to maximise their entertaining space and transform Sonia's secret shame.
Whoa, oh blimey, okie doke. Yes, I wouldn't want to have anyone use that loo either.
I think if we get it all done up, I think I could win them round. And it will be a new start for us.
Memories of the past weigh heavily on Tim and Ella, but for Sonia they provide strength and comfort. And I have a plan that I hope will make this house a home for all of the family.
Without being disrespectful, it's a bit of a dog's dinner when you see it from above. So, let's turn over.
My plan is about bringing the family together by extending the downstairs to create a new cooking, living, dining area with a kitchen island acting as a subtle divide. By adding floor-to-ceiling sliding doors across the back wall, I'll bring the outside in, allowing Tim and Sonia to use the garden as part of their entertaining space, with a bit of a budget set aside for a bespoke drinks cabinet. And by converting the garage, I'll give Sonia a utility room and loo she can be proud of.
That's cool, actually.
You'll see that on the plan, Sonia, that there's a utility room.
Yeah.
It does cut a bit of space out of the garage.
That's okay.
But I think that it means that it will be totally separate from your dining and eating area.
Yeah, and the toilet stays where it is.
Don't you worry. It will be unrecognisable. You don't need it to be big, you need it to be beautiful.
It's quite emotional, isn't it?
It's very emotional.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
There's a lot of emotion tied up in whatever happens with this house. It's always important that we get it right, but it's particularly important today.
I like the completely opening up at the back, you know, going right across. Never even entered our minds on that one. So.
No, open my eyes completely. I think Ella's going to be excited about it. Yeah. I want her to be comfortable bringing her friends back, for her to say, actually, I love this house again, and it's bringing back some very nice memories of when she was here with her nana. I'm really excited now. I'm ready to get going. I need to make a start.
Don't worry, Tim, I'm already up and running. I've been exploring the villages around Chippenham to find properties with open-plan entertaining space, a countryside outlook, and an easy stroll to the nearest pub, all within their £600,000 budget.
How are we feeling about this little jaunt today?
I'm excited.
Yeah, same. I'm excited.
Sonia?
I'm a little nervous because I almost don't want you to find a house that I like.
Will you have an open mind, Sonia? I guess that's what
I did say that to Tim. I will definitely have an open mind.
For my first roll of the dice, I'm taking them to the tiny village of Goatacre, which hits the spot in terms of rural setting. To see this 200-year-old period property on the market for $535,000, it's comfortably under budget.
Here we are, and I have a great big house full of charm, full of character.
It looks massive.
It does look massive, doesn't it? It does.
And I can see fields and trees out the back.
Yeah.
Given that that is, I know, important to you, why don't we tackle the outside first,
Yep.
and then go on in?
Yep.
Go big or go home, they say, and this is big. I'm determined to show Tim and Sonia just how much more space they can buy with their budget. But I'm very much testing the waters with this one, from a 1960s semi to a centuries-old cottage.
Look, you've got your own orchard here.
Oh, yeah.
And the uninterrupted view.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful to have that to look out on. Happy so far?
I can hear the road. But now I can't, and it's quite peaceful.
Perfect timing.
We'll go in on that.
How did you do that, Phil?
Outside and in, there's plenty of space for entertaining, with an enormous country-style kitchen diner, ideal for keeping cook Tim in the heart of the party. And with 2 reception rooms, Ella would have her own teenage hangout.
Ella, it's your party room.
Perfect. Big enough.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good, good.
Yes.
Come and see through this way. It's a kind of country feel, farmhouse kitchen-esque.
Wow.
And I'm not dipping either, which
Yeah.
a good height.
You've got character, you've got beams, you've got a beautiful stove.
Range master.
It's a really big, generous, fun, entertaining space.
That's amazing. I love the fireplace in the kitchen. That's
Yeah.
Artie
good.
just lying in front of the fire as well.
Yep.
Set our bed up there.
Come on, you're doing it. Team Listic ganging up. I love it.
Definitely.
Brilliant.
Tim and Ella are totally committed to seeing the potential here. This kitchen diner has Tim written all over it. Sonia doesn't want to do her upper, but this house does need a little TLC. However, it is under budget, so they would have the cash to put their own stamp on it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Your room.
Wow.
Looking out onto fields. Oh, and you got a bath.
Oh, wow.
Ella's fighting the good fight for Team List It, pointing out the positives at every turn.
That's like a walk-in wardrobe.
And an ensuite.
Yeah.
With a bath in it. That's huge.
Massive.
I like that.
Well done, Ella.
Fancy seeing you here. How'd you get on?
Yeah, it's really
Big house.
big.
It's a lot of house. I feel that it would need, I think, a lot of work for something like this.
As an example of a characterful
Size.
house with countryside views, close to work, close to school.
Yeah.
She's so unconvinced. It's OK, come on, let's move on. Open mind, that's what you said to me, Sonia.
I did.
Well, good solid start for Team Listed. I absolutely nailed the countryside views as well as the entertaining space, so that is completely in the bag. However, despite Sonia promising me that she would have an open mind, I'm not entirely sure she's brought it with her yet.
Better luck next time. Back at the house, there's no finer sight than a skip full of rubble. No sooner had I walked out of the door than Tim was on the phone, booking in the builders, and they upped tools 4 months after we met.
They've progressed really quickly. It's full on. It's great.
Work began on the extension by removing the UPVC lean-to. But the biggest job was bringing in the heavy-duty steel support beams.
I'm quite excited about how much space we're going to have when we entertain our friends. I hope that I'm going to get Ella and Tim over to the Love It side because I just think it's going to be such an amazing space.
But we can't do anything about being overlooked. There's no countryside out of our windows, so I'm 200% Team List It, because there's two of us, there's me and Ella, so it's 200 versus 100, so Kirstie's up against it.
I've got this excitement now that I can see what it's going to look like. I can see the end goal now. I'm just more excited to love it now more than ever.
We're still overlooked. We're not really within walking distance of a pub. We're not in the countryside, so some of those criteria, as I said from day one, won't be delivered just because we've got a great new extension.
Only Team List It can deliver on that. And we're on the road once again, joined by daughter Ella.
So tell me about the build.
Dusty.
Yep.
Dusty.
Dusty.
Yes.
Noisy.
And aside from the dust, what's it like? So builders turning up at 7:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
I'm not getting my summer holidays lying, though.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
For our second visit, I'm taking them to Calne, a small town only a 20-minute drive from their current home. This 4-bed dormer bungalow is on the edge of the town, and I'm excited to show off its stunning countryside views.
Another fairly busy road, but I promise you, this house is all about what happens at the back.
Excellent.
Okay. Perfect.
It doesn't look very big from the front. It is huge to the back.
It's well under the couple's £600,000 budget at £539,000. The stylish bungalow is deceptively spacious. To the rear, the open-plan kitchen, dining and living area is exactly what the family are trying to achieve at home. But there's also a front reception room.
Through this way to the kitchen.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Oh, nice.
We can see through.
Getting excited already.
Getting
Sonya's getting
excited.
excited.
It's a party house. Come and have a look at this.
Yeah.
Big dining space, beautiful utility room.
Oh, wow.
And then it's opened up at the back. which is where I think it gets pretty exciting.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's cool.
You want one of those?
Yeah.
I do want one of those.
And that does, wow.
I think they'd miss it.
Okay.
How are we doing as a whole, the feeling of it?
A lot better than the first house.
Even I'm saying a lot better.
Team list it.
Well, I still think that would fit in ours.
Sonia's getting into the swing of the search now, but it's not just the jukebox that makes this bungalow a party pad.
In all my years of house hunting, I'm not sure if I've ever seen a garden quite like this.
Wow.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my word.
Wow.
That's amazing.
I'm getting tropical paradise tiki bar vibes aplenty. There's even a palm tree. And to add to the fun factor, you can jump in the jacuzzi.
We're back in Mauritius.
It's extraordinary.
Perfect.
Mix up a cocktail, sit back, and enjoy the views.
So in terms of entertaining, indoor and out...
Nailed it.
Nailed it, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Yes. Yes.
Can we hear the road?
A little bit.
Yeah. Just blast music.
I was
I'll
gonna
be
say,
on it.
Yeah, there was music.
Yeah.
And it's gone.
When we're
Yeah.
partying out here, that's gonna...
Hello, you're funny.
You talking loudly.
Yeah.
Can't hear it.
Yeah, let's go stay.
Unbelievable.
The wow factor is winning over Sonia. I'm opening her eyes to the potential of a move. The main bedroom with ensuite is downstairs.
Look at that. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's a really good size. Coffee on the bedroom patio.
Yeah.
Someone's own private patio.
I think it's lovely.
With Mum and Dad downstairs, Ella would have upstairs all to herself.
So up on this level,
Yeah.
you are queen of all your domain. Have a look at that.
In love.
So that would be your bathroom?
Love. Very, very. Love. Yeah.
And then I think this room is just really cool.
Oh, also love. Oh, it's bigger than my current room, which is even better.
I know that it's really important to them that you're happy.
Yes, I agree. If I'm happy, they're happy kind of thing, and I would be very happy.
Good.
Here.
Good. Well, let's see what they think.
There's a lot of wows in this house.
There is.
A lot of wows, and there's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
I think this property is amazing.
Yeah.
The outside space is exactly what we would look for. The location, looking out over the countryside, and then the bedroom. Wow, that's that's stunning. Even I can appreciate a boudoir like that.
Yeah, I'm really pleased that you're pleased with it.
Yeah, it's a nice property.
It's making you think.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yay!
Come on, that's good. Kirstie can wave her magic wand all over their house, but she simply cannot compete with this or produce anything like it, which means I reckon things are looking up for Team List It.
This house is a smash hit. Team List It are rocking and rolling now.
Change your tune, Pip. Team Love It are still in the game. 6 weeks after the renovation began, time for me to see if all is progressing according to plan.
This was a house that, I'll be honest, I thought couldn't be made that much bigger. But I'm here to see whether I was wrong or not. Wow! Blimey, O'Reilly! I mean, what is that? What is that? I mean, 7 foot, maybe 9 foot? It's not that much of an extension in actual terms of how much it goes into the garden. But look, it's a total transformation. You come in the front, it looks exactly the same, and you come out here, you're like, wow.
With all this space to fill, I'm here to help with the kitchen layout and ensure the island is correctly positioned to create a soft partition between the kitchen and dining areas.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello. I'm sorry, I just walked into your house.
It's okay.
One day I will walk into the wrong house, get myself into a lot of trouble. How are you?
Really good, thank you.
I wish, in a way, you'd been here when I did first get here, because I was wowed. Now, do you know how big the island is?
3 metres long. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's not an island, that's a continental landmass.
3 metres long.
Just over, yeah.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why is it so big?
We've got 4 stalls, which we've measured, so that's 2 metres of stall space. We've got 2 cupboards either side. We've then got the granite work surface, so it's
that granite work surface been done already?
It's been ordered, it hasn't been templated yet.
OK. So here's the thing. Look at your faces, both of you. Look at both. Don't look at me like you're going to cry. This thing happens with these big open plan spaces, and everyone goes berserk with the islands.
Yeah.
Absolutely berserk. How are you going to reach to the other side?
He doesn't need to.
No, he does. You reach over for something. If it's on the other side, you're going to have to walk all the way around. You're going to be walking 3 metres. You're going to be, like, circling. Like this all the time. Oh, it's on the other side of the island. Oh.
Joking aside, as a general rule, an island should take up no more than 10% of a kitchen. So it's always best to double-check sizes before it's too late.
So I know I've come in and kind of rained on the island parade, but it's going to be amazing. It's going to be... I can't wait to come back. I mean, it is just great. We all know you should not count your chickens before they are hatched. But if you ask me, that extension represents at least a dozen very fluffy chicks. Phil Spencer hasn't got a snowball's chance in hell.
Don't count me out yet, Kirstie. Confidence is high after the success of my second property.
Well, it's a lovely day to go house hunting.
Yeah.
Team Lister is down a member, with Tim unable to attend. But I've still got Ella on my side.
Has Tim, or indeed Ella, been surreptitiously looking on the internet at houses?
No, me and Dad have actually been good. Her, on the other hand, she's been looking.
No.
The one that wants to stay.
I've been nosy, I think, is the thing.
Nose is good. I'll take it. Methinks Sonia's finally beginning to come round to listing it. For my third and final property, we're in the town of Malmesbury. It's a popular location with people looking for a semi-rural lifestyle. And Tim and Sonia could have their pick of cosy, dog-friendly pubs. This 3-bed detached house in a quiet cul-de-sac is on the market for £575,000, 25 grand under their budget. It's in great condition with an excellent open-plan living and kitchen space.
Come on in. Let me show you around.
Oh, thank you.
So, bathroom,
That's quite a nice size.
That is.
main bedroom.
It's quite bright, isn't it? Quite big.
Decent size, yeah.
But come this way, because I wanted you to feel the flow of this house.
Still quite spacious.
Everyone can talk to each other, everyone can hear everything that's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one. This doesn't feel as big
and as seamless as the last one.
Yeah, as the second one.
While Sonia and Ella's reaction is low-key, I don't mind. Property 2 has achieved my goal. Sonia's open to the idea of moving on.
For me, this needs a lot more doing to put our stamp on it than House 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. House 2, in its finish, was exceptional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ella, what's going through your mind?
I'm still daydreaming about House 2, and it's annoying because I need to have open mind about all houses.
You only need one house.
True.
Yeah, we do. Just one house, Ella.
There's lots to talk up about this home. It's in a great countryside location. The entertaining space is fantastic, but the jukebox house has captured their hearts.
Ella, Team Lister, if Dad was here, what do you reckon he'd be saying?
I think he'd be the same as me, kind of still head in house 2.
Yeah. It's quite challenging when you've seen something that really blows your socks off, that you're then comparing everything against that.
The second one I felt was quite wow and something to consider.
Well, Ella will keep reminding you of it every morning, please, Ella. Every morning.
I think she will. Mum, do you remember that room? Do you remember that bedroom?
Yeah.
Do you remember...
Yeah.
What about the tiki bar? No, no tiki bar now.
Thank you.
I do feel the search has been a successful one. Obviously, they were completely blown away by the second house. Absolutely loved it. It's very much forefront of their minds. I don't reckon Kirstie can compete with that second house. I reckon I've got this in the bag.
Pride comes before a fall, Pip, and you'll be knocked off your feet by this transformation. We're on our way back to Tim and Sonia's 4-bed semi in Chippenham.
9 months since our first visit. Love it or list it, decision day is finally upon us.
Do you ever get sent stuff?
Occasionally, yes.
I've just been sent something.
What was it?
I'll show you.
Now you're just making me nervous. And I can see that you're really excited about this.
No, I'm not. Here, have a look in there.
Oh my word.
So the dress is right, isn't it?
The dress is right.
They're kind of noddy heads.
The hair.
I don't think the hair on you is right.
I think the face on you is a bit better. I definitely don't have that nose.
It's quite funny, isn't it?
It's very funny.
I thought I'd
Where are
bring
you
them.
going to put them up?
I don't know.
I'll put them here for now. I just hope I'm smiling like bobblehead me when we hear the result.
Somebody's not finished something.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
We are going to... You go in, get out of this weather. Yep.
Whoa.
We're going to... Oh, OK.
Let's blow that umbrella.
There we are. OK.
Best get your brolly down, Pip, because you're about to be blown away. Their home was, with its warren of small rooms, a house divided. By opening up and extending the rear, I'm bringing this family back together.
What have you done?
What haven't we done?
I am stunned.
Yeah, I'm stunned. It's
I
beautiful.
am completely stunned.
Tim and Sonia are big-time party people, and they wanted a home they could entertain in without Tim being stuck away in the kitchen.
And by following the plan to extend, they've got it. The couple had discussed bifold doors, but I'm glad they stuck with my idea of sliders. They are spectacular.
It's very flashy.
Every time I come down in the morning, it just makes me smile. It's so open, so bright, so lovely, compared to what it was.
I've got to do it. I've just got to do it. I can't not. It is absolutely massive. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It makes it an outdoor room.
Yeah.
In the summer, it's just going to be so airy.
No, they won't be here in the summer. They'll be living in a house with a beautiful garden and a lovely view.
Keep trying, Pip. Sonia's secret shame was the downstairs loo. But party guests can powder their nose in style in the Swish WC. And by stealing some space from the garage, they were able to create a much-needed utility room.
You know, it's a triumph, this laundry room.
Now, let's talk about the island. I do love the sleek granite worktop. The bar stools do make it a social space. And the champagne trough is a luxe touch. And now Tim sits firmly at the heart of the party.
It looks really wow and absolutely fantastic. It is too big. It's still too big. But that's the thing, in my brain, I'm like, it's too big, but it looks amazing. It's too big, but it does look really good. OK, I'll say it. Actually, it does work. This is a split kitchen. You've got this side, the kitchen is fully James Bond. You've got those amazing doors, which are the best doors I've ever seen. They're absolutely amazing. They look like something in an LA mansion.
I'll tell you that.
It's just fantastic. And then this side is very homely.
Glamorous and cosy is a difficult
It's
mix.
a difficult mix, and you cracked it. And I'm not just being nice. I really, really mean that. Thank
She's
you.
never just nice.
With the paint barely dry, have they popped the champagne and toasted the party pad?
Anna's already hosted a party Friday.
Speedy work.
And the door was wide open?
Door was wide open pretty much all night. Yeah.
You've already had a party?
But that's good to hear, because that was part of
that was the whole
you wanted
win.
to be able to
Yes.
entertain.
And there was 30 kids here.
I have to say, you win Parents of the Year, because a lot of people would say, Phil and Kirstie are coming round next week. You are not having the party until after that.
And while the whole family are rightfully proud of all they've achieved, it hasn't resolved all of Tim's issues.
And I just want to take you back to that second house. What's been going through your mind after that viewing? And you were blown away.
I did get really carried away with that house, and it was beautiful, really well decorated. I loved the garden, but then we came back and we spoke about it, and I said, that's still not going to give me what I think this is going to give me.
And where were you at after that?
Loved it. I want that attic room was...
Yes.
It's kind of always been like a hope of having an attic room. The vibes of the house.
I was trying to demonstrate, there are houses out there.
And that's what I took away was, it was about the facilities and the finish.
And the budget, it was affordable.
Yeah. This might be the moment to mention. You spent...
133,000.
On one room?
No.
Yes.
No, we've got a toilet.
Yeah,
I've got utility rooms.
3 rooms.
So you spend 133, round it up, 135,000, on a house that was worth 370.
How much have they added to the value of the house?
Approximately £65,000.
I'll tell that.
The family have poured their hearts into this renovation, and while they haven't recouped their investment, they have turned an inherited house into, fingers crossed, their forever home.
You moved back into this house to do something which you did.
Yeah.
It's not something everyone's capable of, and it wouldn't have been easy at times.
Nope.
But that's the gift that you gave your mum and your mother-in-law and your gran. So I think you deserve everything you've given yourself. So, are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
9 years ago when we moved in, we had a conversation as a family. Are we going to do this? And we all agreed at that time. Ella was very young, and we've had a conversation about the new house, how it makes us feel, and I'm going to give Ella the choice.
I was on Team List It because I wanted a new start. I had bad memories with this house, and I thought even if by making a new kitchen, those bad memories would stay. But now being here, I'm gonna love it.
We're all gonna go. Right, OK, let's pull ourselves together before we all lose it.
Sorry.
Right. Right. Where was I?
So I'm gonna make new memories here because I think it's important for all of us to have a fresh start in this house that we do love.
Congratulations, all of you. On the same page. At last.
Yes. Ella touched on it earlier that we're going to make new memories here. And I think I'm quite excited about that prospect.
Being my childhood home, I've got those old memories, but even still, I'm like, it still feels completely new and completely different.
The party was definitely a deciding factor because it won so many of my friends over and they were saying, this is a party house, you need to do this more often. And I was like, can't really move now, everyone loves it, this, like, that whole thing. So it was definitely, I can see myself having more parties here, and that definitely made me think, yeah, am I gonna love it here?
Yeah, you're cleaning up after the future ones because you didn't do anything.
There we go.
Thank you very
Your
much.
good health. I think, you know, the turning point is Ella.
Yeah.
They wanted it. They wanted to do something further,
Yeah.
and they've done it.
Do you know what? They lived their lives for Tim's mum, and now it's about Ella. And I really feel they're an example to us all, actually. And I'm really happy that we were able to help them. And I'm very happy they're staying because...
They had to stay.
They had to
stay after that.
I think we should drink to carers,
I
Phil.
second that. Well said. Carers.